Wir kommen zum jüngsten Weltmeister in der Geschichte der Sportart Darts. 2006 gewann er das BDO-WM-Finale gegen Raymond von Barneveld im Alter von 21 Jahren und 90 Tagen. Seit der PDC-WM 2016, damals erreichte er das Halbfinale, ist er absolute Weltspitze. Aktuell die Nummer 11 der Welt. Herzlich willkommen, The Cobra, Jelle Klaasen! Es ist das Duell der Nummer 11 gegen die Nummer 8 der Welt. 2012 schaffte er seinen Durchbruch bei der PDC. Er steht inzwischen bei 12 Turniersiegen, stand in 3 Major-Finals. Und wie immer läuft er auch hier in Göttingen auf deutsche Musik bei einem deutschen Turnier ein. Hey, hier kommt Alex von den Toten Hosen. Hey, hier kommt Chizzy, Dave Chisnall. Drittes Match der Session bedeutet, der nächste Caller ist hier oben auf der Bühne. Er hat das World Grand Prix Finale zuletzt gecallt. Herzlich willkommen, dem Calculator, Kirk Bevins.
Well, one quarter-final is set up here at the Happy Bet European Darts Trophy. 4-time Euro Tour winner Michael Smith will take on 4-time PDC title winner this year, Rob Cross. In our opening game of this evening's session, we're now having a look at the other quarter of the draw in this half. Peter Snakebite Wright, the world number 2, is in this quarter. He's in search of a 6th Euro Tour title and will be taking on the Hurricane Kim Huybrechts, Belgium's top player, at the culmination of this match between the Cobra Jelle Klaasen and Chizzy Dave Chisnall. Yes, here in Göttingen, a city known as the city that creates knowledge by the German people, the Stadt die Wissenschaft, and the Professor Dave Chisnall is here to bring his laser-like mind to his 3rd round clash with the Cobra, the former Lakeside champion. These two have met so many times this year.
Dave to throw first. Game on.
They've met 7 times. This is their 8th meeting this year, and it highlights Jelle Klaasen's season, because at the start of the year, despite the fact he was playing through the pain barrier, he was brilliant, particularly on the European Tour. And he won the first 5 meetings with Dave Chisnall. However, the last couple have gone Chizzy's way. Can Klaasen rectify it? Paul Nicholson alongside me, Dan Dawson, for this one.
One thing I wasn't privileged to see yesterday was the game between Klaasen and Obi-Wan Kenobi. Love that nickname.
55.
But I look at the darts of Klaasen, I think he's gone back to his old ones.
Well, he has got a couple of sets that he's been flipping back and forth between. Often he's been
85.
practicing with one and then taking the other ones on stage. They're not vastly different. Yeah, I think they look like the old ones. His new ones have got a bit more colour to them, haven't they?
Yeah, a bit of sharpness on
42.
the edges. But whatever you feel comfortable with, as long as you make the decision that I'm happy with what I'm taking up there.
140.
Who cares, really? But after all of the problems that Jelle's had with injuries,
140.
I just look at the
facial
expression when he throws, and I look at the crispness of the throw, and it all looks very good at the minute. Signs are good for Klaasen. Signs won't be good if Dave hits his top throw.
36. You only require 84.
Well, he misses a dart at double top. Klaasen may only get 1 at the ball. No, it's 2 at double 12.
Yeah,
Great leg of darts from Jelle Klaasen. Double 12 is hit for a 14-darter and a break of throw. Leads the head-to-heads 9-6, Jelle Klaasen, which is quite some going against Dave Chisnall, who is obviously an established top pro. First time they met was actually at the European Championship back in 2011. That one was won by Chizzy. But as I say, he's lost 9 times in the following 14 meetings.
If my memory serves me right, Dan, didn't they play each other in October last year at Hildesheim?
They did, the German Darts Championship.
It was the back end of the tournament as well, where Chisnall and Klaasen were both absolutely bombing it. And Klaasen got to the final and lost out to Alan Norris.
Actually, I do correct. It was the German Darts Championship. Yes, 59. No, they did. It was in the semi-finals. But they also met again at the German Darts Championship at the start of this year, because, of course, we had the same tournament that finished last year and started this year. But, I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is their 6th meeting on the European Tour.
Maybe that's got something to do with their seeding numbers, because as you see in the last 16, if 2 seeds play each other, it's got to add up to 17. So Jelle at 10, Dave at 7. They've obviously jostled a few times, but they've always added up to that number 17.
60.
Well, the thing is with Dave Chisnall and Jelle Klaasen, they've both been very, very consistent on the European Tour and consistently picking up deep runs. I mean, Chizzy has made so many finals. He's only won 1 of these, but he made half a dozen more finals. And there's a maximum, a trademark one from Chizzy.
116.
These are the kind of things that Jelle takes out to break opponents' hearts. Almost got that in the 60.
92.
And it would have left that double 18, at which he is so proficient. But it's the Mensor for Chiz. Double 7.
14.
Oh dear,
Jelle
Chizzy.
required 24.
And in the Chizzy shirt. Anguish.
12.
Oh dear.
Debut required
3 darts
14.
to forget for Klaasen. Little wipe of the hand on the shirt, maybe a little bit of perspiration. This arena is oddly hot for an October. 3 for double 2 to get his first leg of the match.
12.
And maybe
Jelle required
the
12.
atmospherics are just making things a little slippery. Double 3.
No score.
If you're going to bust your score, that's the way to do it. I'd rather have double 6 than double 3 or double 1. Double 1, though, is very close to 2 of his favourite doubles. It sandwiches the 2. Good guide. Did that bounce out?
No
That one
score.
didn't. But it wasn't in the double 1
Jelle
either.
required 12.
Well, well, well. Jelle Klaasen, double 6. He usually very proficient at this. And he does finally take it out for a 2-0 lead.
I'd like to stay to throw first. Game on.
I don't know how you feel, Dan, but today is very oddly warm outside for an mid-October day in
58.
Germany.
Yeah, it's very pleasant here in Göttingen, but I'll tell you what, over the course of today, with 3,500 German darts fans in here, it could
100.
raise the temperature significantly. Not as hot as some of the venues we've had on the European Tour this year, but we'll have to see what it's like later on this evening.
140.
What was the hottest one for you? For me, it was Vienna.
Vienna was was uncomfortably hot.
85.
It does play a part. I mean, I remember when Peter Wright at the Glaspalast in Sindelfingen, it was almost like there was a
95.
mist around the place. It was very humid. He was talking about how it was affecting the flight of the darts, and he was changing his equipment and how he threw them just to try and counteract that.
81.
It worked pretty well when he beat Michael van Gerwen 6-0 in the final.
Yeah.
140.
You do get the odd strange game amongst all of the brilliance that we see. This one's been a little strange so far. Missed doubles.
81.
Few slips like that.
68.
Well, he might look to the bullseye last start there as well, Jelle, but it may not matter because Chizzy's looking at double 2. He's not going to be in the madhouse again.
Game
No,
shot,
he's
third
not.
leg. Dave Chisnall.
Let's get a leg on the board.
Game on.
Yeah, Chizzy wasn't very well earlier this week, was he? He was nearly under the weather.
139.
And he questioned, and he mentioned it also in his winning interview yesterday when he beat James Wilson, that he was thinking about pulling out of this event, but manager Roger Shayner said, "No, Dave, you're going to Göttingen," and that's saying it very politely.
Yes. The
140.
decision was made by the Chizzy Rog collective, known as Chodge. Not sure how much in Chizzy had.
100.
But you never know. Might turn out to be a very wise decision for Dave Chisnall.
I was talking to him last night after the afternoon session,
140.
and he said after the way he was feeling earlier in the week, he was just so pleased to get that win yesterday. That way all of his money this weekend was ranked.
108.
Not to mention the financial reward of an extra £1,000, which is exactly what the guys get if they win this match. Double top for Klaasen. And that's a bit more clinical. That's very much like the first leg, where he took out 84. And as James Richardson and Jelle Klaasen's manager, Mac Elkin, watch on, I'm sure Mac is loving the fact that Jelle is now 3-1 up.
Yeah, certainly, and taking out that 82. 1 dart at the double. Chisnall having just fired in a 180 to leave a 2-darter himself. This is what Jelle was doing at the start of the year and the back end of last year on the European Tour. 5 tournaments where he made at least the semi-finals in a row. And that coming off the back of, well, the best part of 2 years of being one of the most consistent players on the European Tour. I know that Jelle has felt aggrieved that he's been overlooked for things like the World Series when he was playing very well, and he feels that he should have won one of these titles already, but typically it's been Michael van Gerwen going absolutely berserk at him that has ended his run. But maybe in the final tournament of the year, he could come good and win it, because he did make the final of the German Darts Championship the back end of last year, and he was very close to claiming the title before Alan Norris stole it away from him. Chizzy, treble 17. Does he go for it? He does, but he misses.
136.
It's one of those moments where you think, yeah, why not? But if he misses double 8 or double 4 on the next visit, you'll think, I should have laid up.
64. Debut requires 25.
The Professor, Dave Chisnall, was it a wise decision? It was indeed. 15 darter. Cuts the gap to 3-2.
A few of the players hanging around today before they get their flight home. Taking in the last of the action here on the European Tour this year. And there are players who will be sad to see the end of the European Tour. Included, we've had an incredible year. But Klaasen loves the European Tour, as does Michael van Gerwen. And
43.
all of the guys who live a little closer to it. They don't have to fly, they can get train or drive.
Well, I think, you know, you talk to somebody like Kim Huybrechts, for example. As Chizzy makes that 3 180s in 6 legs. This is what Chizzy does. I mean, Kim Huybrechts says he thinks these are the best tournaments the PDC puts on. And that's not just because he tends to be most successful at these, but I mean, he's played Premier League, he's played all the big TV tournaments, and he loves these ones. The crowds are enormous.
80.
Proper big stage darts.
There's no reason why we can't have these kinds of events in the UK. We've got arenas like Stadium MK, we've got the Metrodome in Barnsley.
Well, we've had one, of course, haven't we?
At Minehead.
Yeah.
John Park beating Stuart Kellett in that final. But you never know. In the future, it could happen. What has happened is Chisnall has just drawn level with a bit of brilliance.
7-leg is Dave to throw first.
12 darter to break the throw. It's what Chizzy needed in this one. He's got it. And the average is now in the mid-90s, despite that horrific second leg where they were messing around on the doubles. This has been very, very impressive. And Chizzy, a man who wanted to pull out before this tournament started because he wasn't feeling great.
77.
The average is climbing towards 100. He's hit 4 180s already, and maybe Dave Chisnall is zeroing in on yet another final on the Euro Tour. Look at this, 100 average, even for Chiz.
I tweeted earlier today that this is the last opportunity today for someone to break the curse of Ross Smith. Someone please have a go at it. We don't want to be thinking about it for the next nearly 6 months. Until the next Euro Tour event in Leverkusen in March.
Yeah, another packed schedule for next year. An extra European Tour event added. They'll be going to Copenhagen in Denmark for the very first time. We'll have 2 events in the Netherlands. No need to go 20 bull with his last 2 darts, with Klaasen back on 306.
Well, visibly, Chizzy has been playing a lot faster in the last few legs. He's got himself into a nice quick rhythm. And usually that would suit Klaasen. He likes the just get to the hockey type darts. But Dave Chisnall has jabbed Klaasen a few times and stunned him. Double 8. Now he's in front. After Klaasen made the better start in this game, now he's got to find some fast rhythm of his own.
Well, this is it. Jelle Klaasen. He started with a 14 darter. He won the fourth leg with a 12-darter. There you see that horrific second leg, but there's not been a great deal else coming back at Dave Chisnall, particularly in the last 3 legs. He won that last leg at a canter, did Chizzy, and that's why Jelle Klaasen is more than 10 points behind on the averages, and now trails in this game for the first time.
Well, you've got to feel as well, these guys have played each other so many times that they should be used to the pace of play, no matter where they play it. I mentioned that Klaasen's had the better of Chizzy lately. Maybe it's Chizzy's turn.
Well, he certainly has this year overall, but the last couple of games have both been won by Chiz. But then again, Klaasen's form ever since he had that operation just hasn't been the same. Although right now, with Chizzy averaging 100, 5 180s now for Dave Chisnall.
101.
He'd be a match for most people, I think.
Double top. Well, he won't believe that. Problem is, Dave, he didn't actually hit the underside of that marker. He hit the side of it. Small margins.
60.
But he's got 3 in hand to go 5-3 up, 1 away from a quarter-final spot. Play it right or a hurricane. He is 1 away.
Dave to throw first.
To the delight of a crowd that does have a lot of yellow shirts in it.
You see, I would venture you see increasingly more Chizzy shirts at darts events nowadays amongst the fans, because he does this. He's the biggest 180 hitter in world darts. 6 now for Chizzy. Most you've seen in the game was Martin Schindler, who hit 7 in his opening round.
I heard a little sneaky peek yesterday that Dave Chisnall will have to tell his fans to get their hands in their pockets again.
134.
He's thinking about changing the shirt.
Really?
Keeping the yellow, of course. I mean, I can't imagine Dave Chisnall in something apart from yellow. But I'm a big advocate of the changing of strip now and again. A little bit of variety didn't hurt anybody. I think Michael van Gerwen's ripe for a new one.
80.
But he's obviously got to keep the green.
Oh, of course. Yeah. Signature colours stay where they are. But I think sometimes you just need to put a little bit of difference in it. Remember, Chizzy's last shirt was all yellow. He's got a bit of grey trim now. I like that.
Now then, Chiz. Is it treble 16? It is for double top.
87.
Well, he will come back. It would have been another 12-dart leg, but Dave Chisnall, having missed 1 match dart, is going to come back with at least 3 more, and that would be 5 legs on the spin. He started slowly. There was that horrific second leg, and look at that. The Chizzy fans are happy now, aren't they? Double 5 will make them very happy indeed. And that is what he has hit. 5 legs on the spin for Chiz. And the multiple major finalist is through to the quarter-finals here at the Happy Bet European Darts Trophy. An average of 100, 6 maximums in that one against Klaasen. And he will take on either Kim Huybrechts or Peter Snakebite Wright for a spot in the semis. Michael Smith, Rob Cross and now Dave Chisnall, all victorious this afternoon. We'll turn our attention to the world number 2 and the top player from Belgium, who are on the way in just a moment. Let's hear from the great orator, the Professor Dave Chisnall.
Dave, congratulations. You needed a couple of seconds to come into the match, but then you were fine. The 20 was working very well.
Peter Wright or Kim Huybrechts? Will be both tough, huh?
Yeah, both tough games. Not matter who you play. You've got to go up there and play your game. And not play a play like that, but start quicker.
Yeah, looking forward to see you later again. Thank you very much. Dave Chisnall. Ihm ist es wurscht, wer da kommen wird. Er versucht sich auf sich selbst zu konzentrieren.